Hey, this is Zanrail, and I'm looking at Cities Skylines. This game is really hot right now, top seller on Steam. I first heard about it about 2 years ago when SimCity 2003 came out, and they were advertising it as an alternative, something that was gonna do everything SimCity 2013 did, but without all that garbage, you know. So we're gonna look at a new game, just kind of show you what it looks like when you first start out. It's a little bit tough when you first start because you have to really watch your expenses, and it's a lot like SimCity where you have to unlock things. I've started this over several times. So here's what I do. You have to put a road down. Everything else is locked out until you do that. But it's just a 2-lane road, and if you look closely here, the highway connection, you have to connect that. Otherwise people can't move in to the buildings. Anyways, you can see this is the exit and this is the entrance. But if you put a 2-lane road there, it's going to get kind of crowded. So what I do is I just stick it anywhere like that. And I'm going to bulldoze it later. Now I have this. And I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here. And see the guidelines? It's kind of neat. Shows you how big your zones are going to be. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to put a 1-lane going into it and a 1-lane going out. That way traffic can come in and out, and I've got a little thing. So I'm going to leave that just kind of where it is, and you take this out, and we'll mess with this later. Right now all I'm going to do is just start making a little town kind of thing. We'll just put that right there. And one thing about games like this is you kind of have to plan ahead of what you're going to do, and I've never really gotten very good at that. Like this road here, it's a double-lane road. Now if I put a municipal building, which I don't really have, any building, it doesn't matter what kind of building, like a water tower, right? If I put that right there, no, it works better if it's a snap building, like this, right there. If I put that there on this single-lane road, and then later I wanted to upgrade that road, I wouldn't be able to do so without destroying that building. So in general, you don't want to put snap buildings next to single lane roads unless if you can help it. It's just kind of a bummer, but if you want to put a snap building down, you're best off to stick it somewhere on a double lane road. Let's go ahead and drag this out here a little more. And I'm going to put my electric plant out here so it's kind of away from the people. And I'm going to pause it, otherwise you're going to be losing money. See, I'm starting to lose money now. And we need water, so I'm going to put a water pump out here. It just drags water in from the river, which is kind of funny. It doesn't need workers, so you don't have to drive a road out to it. You also have to have a sewer outlet, and this kind of sucks because you have to put it on the water, dump sewage out into the water, but you know, that's just how it goes. And you have to connect everything with pipes, so in that way it's a little bit like SimCity 4. And then you also have to have power, and you have to have power lines. In SimCity 2013, power is controlled by, there we go, power is controlled by roads, but on this you actually have to put power lines out. Alright, so now we've got water and power and a little bit of money left, so we've got to be real careful here. I'm going to put a little residential zone out here, and let's see, what do we have? There we go. Perfect. Alright, now the first thing we need is residential, and they're not going to do much of anything until I get that taken care of. So you've got different ways that you can zone things. You can use the fill thing, or you can use this box thing. Draw boxes around, whatever. Or if you've got really odd shaped roads, you can use a paintbrush, which is pretty cool. Like that. Alright, and then we need to connect it to power. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to delete it once everything gets established. You only need that for your initial connection. Once you have zones, then they just connect to each other. And we need pipes, so we're going to put this pipe out here. There we go. Alright, looks like we're ready to start. So let's go. It's got this little Twitter bird here, and it drives me nuts. I don't know if somebody's made a mod yet to get rid of it, but I just don't like it. It chirps all the time. And then, anyway. Okay. Now we got people moved in. They don't have anywhere to work. What's the first thing they want? They want commercial. So, look at that. I'm losing money fast. Go ahead and start getting some commercial put down here. And here's something else I want to show you. The way roads lay, you can't do that. I've never seen a city builder that doesn't let you do that. You have to like actually link them like that. It's a little weird. And I'm gonna make some cross roads here. Whatever, close enough. Okay, and they want some commercials, so we'll put that here. And now I'm gonna use the box. Here we go. Let's go. Alright, now we've got some industrial demand. Now, industrial is something that you really want to use. You want to use these double roads for it because they have to transport a lot of stuff. Put that out there so they can get to it. And that should work just to get started. So we'll put some stuff out here. Alright. Oh. Gotta get them power. Gotta get the power. I've got the power! Yes, I did that. I totally did that. Alright, now they got water? Power? Now it's got this system called milestones, and you can see the progress there over that padlock. You can watch it, and it's a population milestone. So as soon as I get up to, I think it's 450, then I unlock new buildings and stuff. So this game is, it is so much like SimCity 2013. It's just crazy. But almost all games like this have where you unlock buildings as you increase your population, and in that way it's a little bit like a what do you call it, like an RPG. And you can see my residential demand has gone up a little bit, so we're gonna add some more of that, and we're going to get some more water for these people. There we go. It's not the most pretty city by any means, but I just kind of watch my bars and just zone out as people need stuff. This factory here needs workers. That's what that little icon means. Not enough workers. And that's one of the reasons why the residential demand is so high. Look, I'm making a profit. Yay! This one needs a worker too. Now this is kind of neat. Let me zoom in here. You can see all their cars, and you can see how they live. This shows the quality of the house. Education is what upgrades your houses. So right now nobody's educated because I don't have any schools or anything. So you can see they're kind of living in a little bit of squalor. See, here's your little shack. And just your basic people. So let's see what we have here. We can put an elementary school down. Let's put it right here. Yep, SimCity 2013 right there. Or as they like to say, SimCity 5. And it's got water and power, so it'll be fine. Also, healthcare. But we gotta watch the budget here. $620, right? So you look at the healthcare and it says it's gonna cost $400 a week. Oh, that's cool. We can do that. So we'll just put that there. And what else do we need? We need trash, but we don't have enough money for it. So we'll put that down a little bit later. Now with that education there, some of these houses ought to be starting to upgrade a little bit pretty soon. We'll speed it up here. Oh look, see? Oh, these people aren't happy. What's their problem? Does it tell me? Now they're happy. That's one thing that bothers me about this game. It's got this happiness thing, but it doesn't really tell you why people are unhappy. I really like that zoning tool. You can leave gaps for streets and such. It's pretty cool. Now we got a little money. Go ahead and finish this. $8.50. Now we have new services. Police and fire. There's a high fire risk. They're going to want that. And this is $5.60 a week? We're barely making that. I don't know. Oops, water. Wawa. They need Wawa. I like looking at these little shops. They're funny. General store, marketplace, drugstore. Here's a little bar showing them they're starting to upgrade a little bit, and it says to increase land value to get them higher. Oh, here we go. Look, we're up to 9 something. All right, let's put a fire station down. This will help our land value. Put it right there. Oh, here we go. Now we're seeing people upgrade. Look at that. Yeah, getting into the little more middle class. Oh look, we got a crime problem. Let's look at the crime here. Alright, you criminals. Criminals. I'm gonna put a police station right there. Get them criminals out of there. Policies. It's got these little tutorial pop-ups. They make you aware of all the new features as they become available, which is kind of neat. But it still gives you those even if it's the 4th or 5th map you've made. You can disable that in the options though. Sports car. Uneducated adults driving sports cars. How about that? Yep, so there's cities. Now let me show you this. We can't do it yet, but this is my starting place, and as you grow you can start to purchase these other tiles, and you can go out quite a ways. I can't even show you. Let me do the free camera. There we go. See, you can pretty much build as far as the eye can see on this game. Alright, tiny town. See the circle? It increases land value around that circle. So we're going to put it right there. That's going to cover our whole town. So this is a fun game. You can just play it and play it and play it and just keep going, keep going. It's just cool. You can follow people around. You can rename everybody. You can rename people. You can rename houses. You can rename cars. You can rename factories. Any building, any object that you can click on. You can also do this stuff. Let's see. We'll look at the data views. Right here, this shows your natural resources. So I've got farmland out here. See, it's fertile. It's yellow. So eventually I'm probably going to put some farming industry out here. But you can use this right here to designate districts. And these districts, all they really do is they just change what type of factories that your industry is building. And the options are based on what resources you have on your map. And the only resources on this map is farming and woods. Although I think I do get ore. I think that unlocks. I've seen that before. But I don't think this map has any ore on it. It might have some, like, as you go out, you know, look around as you expand. But anyway, and let's look at some of the other data views. So there's traffic. There's the level of buildings. So this is still level 1, but this is level 2. And these factories are still level 1. And you can look at pollution. Look at that. It's terrible. And you can look at how healthy people are, how happy people are. You can look at how educated people are. Land value. Yeah. What else do we have? We've got this economic panel. You can look at, you can set tax rates for different things. And you can adjust this stuff. So on SimCity 5, the way you increase the effectiveness of buildings is you actually add on to them. But on this, it's more like SimCity 4. You just set the budget and go. You can also take out loans, but I've never done that. Also, on this, you can plot trees. You have other types of buildings. Some of these I think are from the deluxe edition, I'm pretty sure. And then this has like some fancy schmancy buildings. Statue of Wealth. Requirement for building space elevator. I'm not sure how I qualified to get that, but that's kind of cool. And this, I got that for having the hospital or the clinic. Shopping is a wonderful thing. Requirement for building the Hadron Collider. I have to have a certain amount of money, I guess? I don't know. And then Mall of Moderation. That's kind of neat. It's got, let's see the headphones on it? That means that it's noise pollution. So you want to put it where people won't be bothered too much by the noise. And I don't know if I want to put it right here because I'm thinking I'm probably eventually going to want to upgrade that road. So I'm going to have to think about where I want to put that. But so there you go. There's Cities XL. Let me show you a map that I was working on earlier. Yeah, this one's pretty big. This is my biggest town so far. So right now I've got a little bit of a problem. I don't have enough workers. I've designated a bunch of farmland. I was just kind of playing around. But see, this got abandoned, and you can see why. Not enough workers. But pretty big sprawling town going on here, and I'm making a lot of money. Got a lot of money. Just you know, a few little issues with balancing. You can hear all the pigs and cows and stuff. But pretty fancy buildings, see? Level 3. So far, I have not gotten to the point where you can start making high density. You have to have 7,000. I'm getting really close on this town. But you can play with mods on that basically gives you like sandbox mode and unlocks everything, but you have granular control over that, which is really cool. You can choose what types of restrictions you want to have or handicaps, and golly, the modding support is just unbelievable. They said they were going to support mods, and boy did they ever. So it's pretty awesome. I like it. Here's my nasty sewer. Look at that. Isn't that gross? At least it's not brown, but still dumping purple Kool-Aid out into the river. I hate that. And I have to have 2 water pumps. Lots of power. All these solar farms, wind farms, but even with that, I still don't. Let me look at the power here. See, I'm still running pretty low, pretty close to the limit. Dumps and things like that, they fill up. So you have to just keep building more and more of them until you get to the point where you can get an incinerator. And that unlocks at 7,000 people. Also, you have people die, so you have to get cemeteries. But those cemeteries will eventually fill up. So you have to keep building more and more cemeteries until you unlock the crematorium. And you can start just burning the dead people. Isn't that horrible? But that's what some people like, so it's all good. But the traffic's not really too bad on this town. Let's look at the traffic map. See, I've got these major thoroughfares that go out to the highway. So that helps. And I think I might have some buses. Nope, I don't. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and show you that because it's tricky. It's tricky. It's not like any... They borrowed a page from one of their previous games, Cities in Motion. That's what this company is known for. That's what they made. So I'm going to put this... It's got noise pollution, so I'm going to put it out here. And then, so here's what you do. You put your bus stops out here, and you create bus routes. And it makes a difference which side of the road you put it on. So I'm going to start right here. And then, see, it draws that line. So I'm going to put a stop over here. See how it changes depending on what side of the road you're on? It's pretty crazy. And I'm going to get it up to the factories. You need to get all the way down back to there to complete my route. So we'll just go ahead and do it like that. There we go. So now I got a little bus route, and then you can make more bus routes like that. That might help a little bit with these factories. But I think we just need bodies. And my people are so educated that they don't want to work in these places. So here's what you can do. You can get your zoning tool, and if there is not enough work for these people, then you can just de-zone some of that stuff. You can rename your town. I think you could. Yeah, anytime. Boy, on some of these maps, I've spent as much time bulldozing empty buildings and stuff as actually building things. Anyway, so there you go. That is the city's skylines. It's really, really cool.